Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to Metal Gear Solid 2. This is part 6, where we finally took out this fat man over here. Had a lovely time disarming all of his bombs, and disarmed the one that he was just sitting on in the end. The one that he was just sitting on! So we're going to push forward. We still have the same directive, which is rescue the president. So that's going to be fun. We still have Fortune, who's still kicking, and now we also have Vamp, who's back from the dead, because of course he is, because that's the type of character that he is. He's literally a vampire. So I feel like that we've got to put some sort of stake through his heart, most likely. That's probably how we're going to manage this. No.
Passed with flying colors.
Identify yourself.
No, I wasn't ready for this.
I have no name.
Are you Mr. X?
If you like.
I just started the episode. I wasn't ready for this, dude. It's literally Cyborg Ninja.
Let's get out of the open. Follow me.
Alright, they've got some explaining to do, because why the hell is Grey Fox?
Are you with Foxhound too?
Neither enemy nor friend.
This guy like the Deadpool of Metal Gear Solid universe, that like he just can't die. He just regenerates his lost limbs, like, over time, and his whole crushed body under Metal Gear.
From what?
Eavesdropping, of course.
Alright. Why did you contact me?
I've been ordered to give you backup, including the relaying of necessary intel.
It's a different voice.
Whom? Why won't you identify yourself?
There is no need for you to know.
I'll decide whether I need to know.
You are not yet trusted to make such decisions. I'll tell you something you do need to know instead. The current location of the president.
What?
Or rather, the person who knows the current location of the president.
Who is it?
A Secret Service agent named Ames, currently being held with other hostages.
Secret Service.
Is this a Russian Grey Fox?
Head of the president's security detail, Ames has been fitted with the same type of VIP nanomachine system as the president. If you're within range, you should be able to communicate.
Why are you telling me this?
Do I need to repeat myself?
There's no reason for me to believe any of this. You understand that?
Of course, but you also have no choice but to believe. Do you have any other leads?
Where are those hostages?
His voice isn't familiar at all. Unless they just changed the voice actor?
What does he look like?
We don't know if it is indeed a he. I've never met this person either.
How am I supposed to look for someone without even a description?
Use your ears.
What's that supposed to mean?
Ames has a pacemaker. You'll be able to hear the machine sound in the heartbeat.
You expect me to walk up to these hostages and listen to every one of their heartbeats?
The sound is too minute to detect and amplify it. You'd be captured immediately.
So what am I supposed to do?
Use the directional microphone. There's one somewhere in the core.
Okay.
Take this. The security code will unlock all level 2 security doors, including the one into the core. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electronic field. And watch yourself. The core is more heavily guarded than any other section of the big shell. You'll get nowhere just like that. Try this instead.
One of the terrorists?
Ooh, disguise. That's great. Can they like call me out for not being in the right area? They'll be like, hey, what are you doing here?
You want me to disguise myself?
Men assigned to the core and those on perimeter duty are given different colors to wear. Your new outfit will work in some areas, not others.
There you go.
The uniform alone won't fool them either.
You're talking about weapons.
Right, you need an AK.
But I saw them carrying an AN-94.
All men assigned to the core section carry AKs.
So without an AK-74U, someone will see through me really quick.
You could take care of the weapon issue yourself. One other thing.
There's more?
You'll also have to pass a retinal scan to get into the conference hall.
This is so cool. Like legit, like you have to go through all these different type of stealth things.
The real thing will suffice. Deception is not an option here.
That's cool. Like disguises and picking the right weapons and all of that stuff. Like that's awesome.
The nuke. They have a nuclear weapon with them?
You didn't find their continuing presence here unusual? Even with the president as hostage, this is an island, and they have no visible means of escape.
Even if they do have a nuke, the warhead is no good without an access code. The security lockout can't be bypassed.
They don't need to. They have the code.
Okay, so we've got another...
The neighbor will have a handcuff. The other half of it is on the football, or the black case if you like. The nuclear button.
Oh.
And now they have it.
There's another nuclear weapon threat. Okay. Are we going to get tricked into deactivating or activating this one?
Why did they have to bring the football along? To a decontamination plant of all places.
But they did have to. Because, after all, the big shell is the farthest thing from a cleanup plant there is.
What?
Dead Cell didn't have to bring a nuke along with them. It was right here to begin with. Nothing in this affair is what it seems.
A cover-up? But why? For what?
For Metal Gear that is housed here.
Metal Gear?
The very same. Bimetal nuke capable
Metal Gear! Oh my...
This is the R&D center.
God damn it.
What the hell is going on?
Metal Gear.
Better ask Ames, though.
Shadow Moses. Alright, so they brought Metal Gear here.
What's this?
Oh, they just made him say it exactly like Snake.
Keep the controller vibration
Metal
on.
Gear.
What do I need a cell phone for?
Oh my god, he disappears like Batman. How does he keep doing that? Oh my god, that's great, dude. So, Grey
Who was
Fox.
that man just now?
He's not one of ours. No, we have no one like that in our unit.
He said that the big shell was housing a new model of Metal Gear.
First I've heard of it.
Colonel, what
Right.
are you not telling me?
I've been completely open with you, Raiden. I've told you everything.
I don't
Everything
know.
you know, or everything I need to know?
Snap out of it, Raiden. I'll have the Metal Gear rumor looked into. You need to make contact with this Ames.
So you believe that ninja?
Since we have no leads on the President's current location, we have no other alternatives. Right now, collect as much data as you can, including anything on Metal Gear.
Are those my orders?
Yes, they are. Disguise yourself as an enemy soldier and infiltrate the Shell 1 core.
Understood.
Interesting. So, Cyborg Ninja. Maybe Grey Fox? Maybe not. Maybe another Cyborg Ninja? Because he sounds Russian. He doesn't sound like the original guy at all, unless they've changed the voice actor. Mr. X. Who's given us a... Who's given us a disguise. Wonderful. I'm assuming we could get multiple, which would be cool, to disguise ourselves in different sections. But I have to get an AK. Mobile phone with vibration feature allows receiving of emails. Now, I'm pretty sure I have the vibration turned on because this is not running through, you know, emulator or anything. So I should be able to receive those emails on my phone. That's so interesting. I did not expect him to pop up straight away. I was really surprised that, you know, when he name dropped Deep Throat, then was like, oh, from Shadow Moses? He's like, call me Mr. X then. I'm super curious to know what that's about. So, plan of action is we have to get into the Shell 1 core. But we have to get an AK as well, so I'm assuming we've got to try and sneak in here first, take someone out, and then get an AK from them, or something. So, we're gonna go... We're gonna go inside, and then get out of here. And then figure out what to do. I might call some people so they can... Oh. I might call some people so I can figure out if I can get some more information from them, which would be nice.
Raiden, make contact with Ames and find out where the president is. Our information indicates that Ames is being held in the B1 level of Shell 1's core. Head for the core of Shell 1. Shell 1's core has extremely tight security. Impersonate an enemy personnel to infiltrate the section. For a proper disguise, select the enemy field uniform you receive from the ninja. This will allow you to blend in. But you still need one more thing. It will look suspicious if you're not carrying the standard equipment. All personnel in the Corps are equipped with AK-74Us. Select your own AK when you're in disguise. Find yourself an AK. You have a level 2 card in your possession. Go and search the warehouse in Strut F.
Oh, our trusty Strut F that I love so much is where we should go to look for a weapon. Because we have a level 2 card now, so there's probably so many more doors that we can open. So we'll cross that bridge and go in there. Strut F seems to be like one of the most unique... Oh god.
Who's there?
Nope, no one's here. Strut F seems to be one of the more unique struts because it just has a lot more in there. Like, it's got a lot more doors. It still has that random magazine that I cannot explain. Please don't tell me that. I'm gonna have to do this every time because I just don't trust it. There were no mines though. I feel like I've probably cleared out the mines forever, and I can only hope that that's the truth. But I have trust issues now because now mines can be anywhere. Alright, so let's check this place out.
Nothing here.
Nothing here. Get M4 first. Oh, there you go. I got my gun. Plimskin.
Looks like you've got an AK. If you wear an enemy's field outfit and carry an AK, you can pass for one of them. Listen,
But only in the big shell.
don't forget this. Only the guards in Shell 1's core are armed with AK rifles. The others are armed with the AN-94, the official rifle of the Russian army. If you hope to disguise yourself as the enemy, you don't want to be carrying an AK outside of Shell 1's core.
Interesting. I'm just like testing it out because it goes click the LS button to aim, which I actually was not aware of, but like the movement is so weird because you have to click the LS button to aim, but then also move with the LS button. It would be nice if you could like aim with LS and then turn around with the right stick. I feel like that would just like work better. Why does it sound like that person's sleepy? Okay, let's see what else I can get in here. Ooh, both of those doors go to the same thing, which is great. So I can sort of, yeah, that's cool. I can move around this guy who's in the bottom. So we've already got the AK, so I guess we can now go to the big shell area. I want to see if I can explore some more doors, though. I'm just waiting for this guy to move, so I can take him out. Oh my god. Really just really just messing that one up. Oh my god. Honestly, dude. Like, I'm panicking with my aim, and it's really annoying. Now, I could already check these out before. So this is the same. Still gotta figure out how to get that magazine. Is there someone coming down the stairs right now? Oh my god, there is. What the hell? There's someone. Why is someone coming down the stairs? I didn't expect that. Alright, I'm just gonna get out of here. Because I forgot that I've already checked out most of those doors. Alright, let's go. Oh wait, I'm going this way. So, first of all, I'm going to check if there's mines on here. I don't think there would be, because there's a bunch of birds. Alright, I think we're good. We're putting on the disguise. We're putting on the AK. Alright, in we go.
Raiden, is something wrong? Raiden! Raiden!
This game is just made to troll me, dude. Like... Oh my god. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna get seen. Oh wait, hold on. Does that mean I'm supposed to be on the other side? Just shoot me off, dude.
No. No! Jack, please answer me!
Jack! I'm gonna avoid this guy. Yeah. I don't know which platforms are safe and secure. I'm assuming it's gonna be this one because it's like the last one that I can... Oh my god, I'm gonna get... Did you see that part of the bridge fell through? Look, that part of the bridge fell through and I didn't fall right through it. Does that mean I could have just ran right through it? But maybe I was going too slow? Maybe I was going too slow. I honestly felt like I had to... I don't know, dude. I don't understand that bridge. That was just a nightmare. It was like, let's just explode. I mean, let's just collapse on you. And just have all these UAVs.
Rose?
I found some information on where Solid Snake is interred.
Great. Shoot.
I've located the grave site.
And the body?
Exhumed for DNA testing.
Well, do you have the results?
The right arm was missing, but there was no doubt that it was him. That body belongs to Solid Snake.
So the head of the terrorist group must be...
An imposter.
Right.
You sound disappointed.
Wrong.
I guess.
Wrong.
I guess I was kind of hoping to meet the legend in the flesh.
I get you. But it looks like he's not behind this incident.
Raiden, the president needs you, I think. Disguise yourself as enemy personnel and infiltrate the core section. Your priority is to contact Agent Ames.
He's missing his right arm. And who currently has the right arm of Liquid Snake? Revolver Ocelot. Literally wearing creepy Liquid Snake right arm. So I'm not falling for that for a second. So he's using Liquid Snake's body as a cover-up to have faked his own death. And now he gets to be Lieutenant Pliskin. That is great. So we are now security guard, and we've got the correct disguise. We've got the AK. Hello guys, how you doing? I'm just gonna walk down here. Good day, sir. Glad to be here. Happy to be here on my first day on the guard force. I'm really excited to see what we can accomplish together, working together as a team, as I do my due diligence to protect this big shell from any intruders, because that's exactly what we'll do. So let's hack into this. I still don't need to change anything. I was checking to see if there was a vibration option, because it wants us to keep it on, but I'm assuming we're good. Alright, let's have a look and see what we can get. That one's locked. I love that you can go into cover against the doors and it like pushes the doors in. That's like a really neat detail. I like that a lot. Got our fire extinguisher over here. Hello, sir. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Jack. That is definitely my real name. I won't give you my code name because that's super secret. Hello, sir. This is the elevator that I need to access, so this is where I should be. But I kind of want to check some other things out, so let's have a look. I had like a feeling that there would be like an additional okay, we can't go out here. I had because that's the broken one to the other side. I had a feeling that there would be like an extra layer of difficulty here where they'd be like, alright, so you can fool the normal guards because they look exactly the same, but then there would be like a commander, and the commander knows who's on duty or who's on shift at what point, so they can actually like detect you and be like, hey, what are you doing here? That idea I got from the Hitman, the more recent Hitman games. Like when you go into disguise, you can fool everyone else, but the people that are like the managers on shift, like they'll be like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And I think that's a neat detail.
Retinal pattern recognized. You are cleared to enter.
How am I gonna get this dude? This is gonna be the interesting part to figure out because I can't fool it. Also, like, I'm recording during the daytime, and it just makes everything so bright on my webcam. All right, that looks a little better. It's just like recording at different times in the day. You have your camera to literally be like set up for one particular type of lighting, and then in the daytime, the lighting is always changing. Which is a challenge, so sorry if it looks weird sometimes. Let's get logged in to the bottom one floor. Alright, we're in. There's a little corridor here. Ooh, you can crawl under it. And that's it. So it's I guess this is a little hidey hole. That makes sense. Ration full. Alright. Hey sir, I was not doing anything suspicious in there. It's okay, I promise. We're good. Should I just follow the guy in who does the retina scan? Do you reckon that's the way that I could do it? Should we follow him in? No. Oh, that could be an opportunity to like hold him up and go freeze, and then we make him do it or something. That could be an idea. I'm gonna have a look around first, but then I might do that. That could be a good idea. Or I just have to like knock him out and figure something out. I don't know. Hey guys, we're just hanging out in here. Just 4 guys. All with our AK-47Us and our cool gear, isn't it great? Don't you guys just love being here? Get a cold drink and our hot babes and magazines, guys. Don't you just love it? I love it. I love being a guard on the big shell. Hey, can you let me in? Can you let me in? I've Excuse. Oh no! I ran into him, and why did it take my disguise off? He literally punches me into a backflip. Oh. Oh. Oh, get up. I made a mistake. Oh, there's so many of them. I should just accept my fate and die at this point, I think. I'm so sorry, everyone. All I wanted to do was impress you on my first day of the job, and I failed spectacularly. Goodbye, cruel world. Jack! Jack!
Jack, what's going on? Answer me!
Alright, well, I wonder who can help me out and let me know what's going on. Let's call the Colonel. How do I use the retina scanner, my guy?
You're on B1 of the Shell 1 core now. Ames is being held in the hall. To get in the hall, you'll have to get through a door protected by a retinal scanner security system. Raiden, get past the retinal scanner and infiltrate the hall.
Hey, Stillman! Stillman, you got anything? Dude, if someone picked up Stillman's thing, I'd be like, what? How do I get them to use the retina scanner? Hey man, can you let me in, please?
Hmm? Hold it! What are you doing?
I'm new here. Can you please, open the door for me? I'm new here. I'm sorry.
What's going on? Respond.
No. Just, it's fine. Just get this guy to use his retinal scanner. It's fine.
Raiden, the retinal scanner does not work on anything but living and open eyes.
Okay.
Don't knock the man out either. Be careful.
Does that mean I have to hold him up? Oh god. Guys, I'm sorry. No, it's fine. Yep. It's fine, guys. Just let me chill out in here. Okay, they just said unable to locate the missing soldier. Nothing else to report. Lovely. So now I have to wait for these guys to wake up because I can't get him to use the retinal scanner because he's asleep. Oh no. Alright, we'll just wait for them to wake up. What's probably the best thing to do in this case is I'll let them wake up. So let's just go take the lift down to the second floor while they wake up, and then we can try this one again. All right. Let's just walk around here and see what we're looking for. Like we're in disguise. We can have fun here. Oh god, he just walked right through me. Is there a bird in there? Why is there a bird in there? You guys mind if I just have a look around? I love the details in all of the lockers. I need to get an M4. There's a magazine up there as well. How do I get up there to get a... How do I get up there? Police knots. Why are there so many of you in this one room? Hey guys. How's it going?
Good morning. Good morning.
Oh my god, it's the...
What's up?
What the hell? Everything was going so well. I bumped into one dude. And now I'm getting cold. That's so annoying.
You have the directional microphone. According to our information, Ames has a pacemaker. This should make his cardiac pattern fairly distinct. Use the directional microphone.
Oh, that's the directional microphone. Cool. Well, it's a bit late now because I've just been noticed.
Need help.
It's the enemy. I need help. Enemy sighted. No, guys. It's not me. It's not me, guys. Look. I'm in disguise. It's not me. It's the other guy. Quick, run after him. It's... It does work. If they can't see you. Oh my god, that's amazing. Even though you've been caught. But if someone else hasn't caught you... I don't know who it is. I'm not sure. Yep. I can't believe I bumped into that dude. This episode is a mess. But that's so funny. So I can still re-equip. I can still re-equip my stuff, and they won't know. There's extra security here, so I'm just gonna wait them out. I'm also gonna use a ration because I'm silly. And I should put my disguise back on. That's so funny. So we've got the directional microphone, but I still need to figure out how to do the retinal scanner and get these dudes to open the door for me. It's just like, I don't know if they like... I don't know if they open the door periodically or whether I have to hold them up. Like that's the question that I have. I want to know... Oh, the guards just go into that room and disappear. Okay, that makes sense. Like, do I hold him up here because I can't use the retinal scanner? Hey, hey, Jeff, you mind using the retinal scanner for me, please there, buddy? My eyes aren't working. Do it. Open them. Open the thing. How is this not the thing that I need to do? Come on, buddy. I'm gonna need you to do it. Use the retinal scanner. Oh my god. Buddy. Please. This is the worst.
Raiden, if you need to get past the biometric security system, you need to bring one of the enemies to the retinal scanner.
How do I do that?
Put an enemy sentry in a chokehold. Then drag him over to the retinal scanner. Come up behind an enemy without any weapon selected. Then press the weapon button to...
I was so close, dude. So I had the right idea. It was just don't hold them up with a gun. Hey guys, what's going on? Who did that? Why is there so much blood? I was just in the bathroom. Isn't that crazy? I was just in the bathroom, and yeah, it was just crazy. I guess I'll just stand here with you guys, and we'll eventually catch the intruder because he's got to be here somewhere. Maybe he's in that box. You reckon he's over here? He could be in this box. What do you think? This has been an absolute shit show. Hey, at least I'm having fun. Sorry if you're not. I'm ready to get this guy in a chokehold. Just doing my squats, Jeff. Oh, Jeff, I was just... No, I was just doing squats, dude. I gotta do my training. Is that okay? Like, they say do squats because you could, you know, be strong and you can run a lot. Now, you're in a chokehold. Now, open the door. God, that was so easy. I made that so much harder than it needed to be by trying to, like, wait for them to do it, accidentally shooting them, holding them up and then shooting them, getting out of my disguise, making a complete fool of myself. But we made it. We finally made it to the hostage room. That was an event. That was like a saga to get into here, and now at least I can use the directional microphone. I'm gonna talk to my old mate Ames, and we're gonna figure this thing out. And this is why we use the codec, everybody. It's invaluable.
Raiden, one of those hostages in there is Ames. The only thing we know is that Ames wears a pacemaker. His heartbeat should sound different from other people's, so use the directional microphone to locate him. Once you recognize Ames by his heartbeat, keep the microphone pointed toward him. Then push the action button and call out to him. If it really is Ames, he should respond in some way.
What if it's the wrong person?
The guards may get suspicious and come running instead. Security could get tighter too.
Try to be sure before you take the risk.
Don't call out to a hostage with the action button until you're fairly sure that it's Ames.
Fairly
if
sure.
If you do make a mistake, switch the microphone for an AK and get out of there before a guard gets suspicious. If you're discovered inside, they'll cut off your retreat and call in the reinforcements.
That's never happened. That's never happened to me before.
It'll be over if you're discovered. Don your disguise and look for Ames while deflecting the enemy's suspicion.
So I have to unequip the AK to have the
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
So I have to unequip it to Interesting, okay. Hey guys, but you're all in a group together. Can I like walk over you? Yeah.
In the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
Is it just one guy that kind of rotates? Cool. So I should start over here. Oh no, he goes in here. Okay. I need to figure out this guy's pattern. Ooh, thermal goggles. Would I be able to see a pacemaker through thermal goggles?
B1 in the Shell 1 core.
I wonder. I feel like it could be that guy. This guy seems pretty sus. His heartbeat sounded weird. His heartbeat sounded really weird. Let me just make sure that it's him and not like one of these other dudes. Ooh. It's this guy. See, I almost picked that guy, but it is this guy. Okay, so... definitely sure that it's this guy. So I'm gonna wait for... I feel like I might be able to do it.
You're Ames, aren't you? You're Ames, aren't you?
Well, what does that mean? How close do you have to
You're
be?
Ames, aren't you? You're Ames, aren't you?
Does that mean I should drag him out of here?
Aren't you?
In the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
I'm fairly sure it's this guy. Just... Colonel, what do I do after I've identified him?
Raiden, retain your cover at all costs inside that conference hall. There's only one way in and out of the area. If you're discovered inside, they'll cut off your retreat and call in the reinforcements. You won't make it out of the room. The mission will be over if you're discovered. Don your disguise and look for Ames while deflecting the enemy's suspicion.
Yeah, but like... I feel like If I know that it's him, what should I do? That's my question. Is it maybe not him? Ooh, actually it's making a beeping noise. Hold on a minute. That might not be the guy, just because he's got an irregular heartbeat. Could be this guy.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
Just gotta let this guy move out of the way. Alright. Let's have a chat. Is it you?
You're Ames, aren't you?
You! Okay, we were wrong the first time just because he had an irregular heartbeat, but it was the electronic beepy boy. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
You must be Ames. Keep still and listen to me. I'm not a terrorist. I got in here using one of their uniforms. I'm taking off the tape. Stay quiet.
Oh, you just ripped that off.
What told you about me?
An informer calling himself Mr. X, dressed like a ninja.
I see. Take this thing off me, will you? I'm Richard Ames.
Secret Service?
No, I was set in by the Lali Lule Lo, just like you.
What?
No, we're literally being watched by Ocelot.
Out where the president is.
Oh my god.
We have little time, so I'll be brief.
This sucks.
How about switching to nanocommunications first?
Nanocommunications?
Yes, he can do it.
Right, silence beats talk when it comes to safety.
They can communicate and make no noise through the nanomachines. Ocelot? Interesting.
Do you really know where the president is?
Almost certainly. He was moved to the first floor of Shell 2's core section.
The first floor, the core of Shell 2. Is he still there?
I don't know. I can't get a response.
You don't think he's been like the other hostages?
Hmm?
A hostage was killed in retaliation after the SEAL 10 disaster, remember?
What are you talking about? Regardless of what they do to other hostages, they won't touch the president.
He doesn't know.
What makes you so sure?
The case.
You mean the nuclear button they took?
Right. And the case won't do a thing by itself. That case may be the single most advanced example of a weapons failsafe system. The password is nothing less than the physiological data of the US president.
Physiological data?
The president's own vital signs, heartbeat, brainwave pattern, blood pressure and so on are constantly monitored and relayed by his internal nanomachines. This information, along with the DNA pattern, serve as a biometric password, unbreakable even by the latest parallel processor supercomputers. The password entry itself cannot be performed unless brainwave patterns and heartbeats fall within normal parameters, rendering chemical and other forms of coercion impractical. In other words, the login must be made of the president's own free will. As a failsafe, the input must also be reconfirmed hourly, even after the initial login. If a valid confirmation is not forthcoming, the system will automatically cancel the login.
And that's why they can't harm the president.
At least until the bird flies.
Is there really a new model of Metal Gear here?
Absolutely. The black case serves as the launch key to Metal Gear as well.
Why would they hide Metal Gear in an offshore plant?
Haven't they told you anything? The entire thing was planned. The oil spill, the tanker accident that caused it, everything. The big shell was built specifically for the development of a new Metal Gear model.
Love finding things out as we go along because we don't get given proper information.
Here comes Snake.
What?
That's him?
Use the microphone to listen in.
Ocelot knows we're right there, dude.
King, Fat Man is dead.
It doesn't matter. Saved us the trouble of getting rid of him ourselves.
Why did he betray us?
Who knows? They're a band of lunatics to begin with. Nothing they do should come as a surprise.
I'll have his background rechecked, just in case.
You think he was working for them?
We can't discount the possibility. Especially with that intruder still at large.
Yes. The man in the sneaking suit.
You know more about those suits than I do.
But Foxhound was disbanded 4 years ago. So it must be the Patriots. What about the damage to Shell 2?
The circulation system for the contaminated water has been damaged. The water being drawn in is overflowing, and the lower block of the central section is flooding.
Seal the connecting.
I really wish the subtitles weren't the random people around me, but the people in the microphone.
Any effect on it?
No.
What about the president?
The password entry has already been made to the black case. In 1 hour, we'll need a confirmation from him. His work is done after that.
Make sure you keep him alive until then.
Yes, I know.
What about the unit's activation?
Almost complete. The code has already been entered. All we need now is for the girl to start the system.
The usual method, I assume?
No. The drugs took care of everything.
Only a few more steps to outer heaven.
Interesting.
Who is that cyborg ninja, Shalashaska?
I cannot even guess.
What about you?
I'm having the matter looked into.
Don't cast suspicion where it isn't due.
Finally getting the actual correct subtitles.
When you watched my father die and did nothing.
It's been 2 years ago.
When you watched my father die and did nothing.
I have a case file for Shadow Moses, by the way.
Olga, how could you suspect me?
I know that the ninja is not one of my men.
How meaningful you make that sound.
Love that it affects the size of the subtitles.
If the old man were still alive, I wouldn't need to take orders from you.
Olga, Sergei was my best friend.
If you sell us out, I'll kill you myself.
Listen, daughter of Sergei. Don't ever let me see your gun pointed at me again.
If you wish, I'll put a bullet in your back instead.
I took you both in when no one else would. You think any government would have you as irregulars in this political climate? The worst kind of wet works, maybe. But even that's doubtful. I recommend against switching camps. You've nowhere left to go.
Revolver Ocelot did betray them though, so he's playing multiple sides. And this is Solidus Snake, our boy. Oh, the liquid snake arm.
Damn right, arm. Liquid. It's almost as if it's having its revenge.
How much do you think we spent on that arm in Lyon? The best transplant surgery team in the world.
I never trust a Frenchman.
Why would you go for Liquid's arm? It's such a stupid idea.
There's something going on. The incidents are becoming more frequent. Maybe that man's presence.
Ocelot, I leave this place in your hands. I have the intruder to take care of.
Yes, King.
Interesting. That was dialogue. That was words.
Is that really Solid Snake?
That's what he claims.
I thought Snake was dead.
Solid Snake did die. But he's also here in the shell. Either he survived or there are two of them.
Two of them?
And that's impossible.
Solidus Snake. They were just like, guys, you forgot
What did you manage
the
to
last
catch?
2 letters on solid.
Password input was complete.
Interesting.
Thought so.
You said the password entry into the black case had to be made by the president willingly.
That's right.
So this means the president is cooperating with them.
It would have to be, yes.
Why?
Probably tired of being a puppet, but it wasn't a smart move to betray us.
A puppet?
We're running out of time. They will fire a nuke. You know what you need to do before then.
Fire the nuke, but it's nowhere close to the ransom deadline.
Ransom?
$30 billion in cash.
What are you babbling about? The nuclear strike is not a threat. It's been the objective all along.
They plan to slaughter millions of people.
No, a high-altitude detonation. You've heard of the Compton effect?
Total disruption of electronic equipment caused by EMMA pulse.
Textbook answer. Well, when an average nuclear warhead goes off within the atmosphere, the result is an electromagnetic pulse of up to 50 billion megawatts. The EMMA field can reach tens of thousands of volts per meter, and most electronic equipment will be toast in an instant.
If one of the key movers of world economy stops functioning, it could mean the beginning of a global depression.
But that isn't their aim. What they plan to do is liberate Manhattan. Pull it offline and turn it into some kind of a republic. Hence, Sons of Liberty, I suppose.
Sons of Liberty?
Damn! Ocelot is coming. I'm going offline.
Well, I mean, he knows, so...
Search my pocket. Hurry! It's a security card. You'll be able to unlock doors of up to level 3 security. Use it to get to Shell 2. Take care of the president before they launch the nuke.
The tape stuff back on him. He's coming right for us, dude. He knows that we're here.
Here. Pick up your AK.
I mean, he knows. This is going to be useless. Time left. Interesting. What's going on here? What's going on here then?
I asked you
Sir?
to move these. I'm ill, you see.
I always knew that the DIA turned out second-rate liars.
What are you talking about?
No need for denials. We know what you are, Colonel Ames. They knew that the president was planning to betray them. So they sent you in to keep tabs on him. Am I right?
You.
Sorry, Colonel. You failed to carry out your duties.
You'll never escape the Lali Lulelo.
Is that so? What the?
You tricked me. I understand now. Ocelot. You...
Did he just get Fox-dyed?
You? Which team are you with? Show me your face. You know who he is.
No, he is not one of mine.
Was that Fox-dyed?
Identify yourself. We meet at last.
Oh my... If he cut off his other arm, Yo!
Hold your fire. We need the hostages alive.
Hurry, get away.
Oh, his voice is kind of shitty. I hate it.
But you died.
If he cut off Revolver Ocelot's other hand, I would have laughed forever. That would have just been the best. Revolver Ocelot loses a hand in every Metal Gear game. Just keep it going. Okay, how we doing this? How we getting out of here?
Colonel, Ames is dead. Looked like a heart attack.
That's unfortunate. However, we do at least know where the president is.
So there really is a new type of Metal Gear in this place?
Apparently. We're still looking into it.
I've also been told that the nuclear strike was what the terrorists were after from the start, not the $30 billion.
Right. It was a cover-up all along.
Colonel, what are you keeping from me?
I am not keeping back anything. It's not as though I'm told all the facts either.
Yeah, this guy, man. God damn it, Colonel!
Our priority should be with the president right now. We can take it that they've completed the password entry and are preparing Metal Gear for nuclear strike. Get to the president as soon as possible.
But the president is cooperating with them.
According to Ames, yes. But it's also true that they're about to get rid of the president. There's something else going on here, and the president may be able to tell you what it is when you see him in person. Once they get the confirmation for nuclear launch, they'll do it. You need to rescue the president before then.
Jack, I agree with the Colonel. You need to protect the president for now.
All right.
Alright, so I've already lost my mask, so I just kind of have to, like, do the best that I can. And the best that I can is getting the hell out of here. So, we're in Shell 1, but Shell 2... So I guess we have to go across this way and go into this area. Oh, so we can go into this one. For some reason, I just assumed that this whole section was going to just end up being destroyed and we wouldn't be able to get there. But it looks like it's only one part of it that's out, which is on that left side. Okay. Well, I guess we're going here to get into Shell 2. And trying to do it as best as we can without getting caught by these lovely gentlemen, who we're just going to be in constant caution mode apparently. Oh my god! Oh my god! All right, you're getting murdered. There's so many of them. Oh my god! I can't do this head on. And I can't use the elevator because it's broken. Oh my god. This is the worst. I'm just dead. I'm just dead. Just end my suffering. Just end it. There's so many people.
No, this isn't happening. Jack, you have to answer me. Jack! Jack!
Sorry. I can't come to the phone right now, Rose. I'm dead. Do I just have to take out, like, everyone? It's no longer in caution mode. It's no longer in caution mode. So there's no longer a heap of people around. That kind of works in my favor. Okay. So, dying dying was actually the better option. But... Do I need to use those rations? No. I've done so much less fighting in this one. I've done so much less fighting and more just like running for my life or just resetting. So we're out of the shell and I guess we have to go around this way and then go to shell 2. So that's pretty decent. What I'm going to do is this has been a chaotic episode where I've just made a lot of very silly and entertaining mistakes. But we eventually got there, so see how we go. So we're going to go get the president in Shell 2. Ames, definitely Fox died. Because it simulated a heart attack, which is very interesting. So that's still a concept that's happening. We were saved by... Oh my god. I'm trying to do my outro, guys. We were saved by Cyber Ninja. We don't know if this is Grey Fox, but Revolver Ocelot recognizes him based on his outfit alone, so curious. I want to know more about what's going on with Revolver Ocelot and the games he's playing, because he's betrayed the Russians, but he's still like, oh yeah, I'm your friend, I'm sorry your dad died. We've got Solidus Snake, who's apparently Solid Snake at the moment, so they haven't made that reveal. And we've got the real Snake, Pliskin, just chilling out, wherever the hell he is. And Liquid Snake's body was buried in the grave with him to fake his death. So I'm very curious. It'll definitely be an interesting next episode. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this one. I know it was messy, but I will see you next time for hopefully something a bit cleaner. Thank you.